In the heart of a sunny suburban mall, a woman named Brenda storms out of a high-end boutique, her arms loaded with unpaid-for goodies, thinking she's untouchable. But oh boy, was she wrong. Security cameras caught every sly move. And now sirens wail as cops close in. Can you believe it? This self-proclaimed queen of complaints is about to face the music. But instead, she dives headfirst into denial, kicking and screaming like the world owes her an apology. Brenda huffed through the automatic doors of Lakeside Mall, the scent of overpriced perfumes clinging to her like a bad habit. Her heart raced, not from guilt. Oh no. But from the thrill of what she called borrowing with intent to return. Maybe she'd slipped that shiny gold necklace into her purse, along with a lipstick that matched her fiery temper, and a pair of earrings that screamed luxury. Who needs to pay when you're Brenda? The ultimate HOA enforcer back home, always nitpicking neighbors' lawns. But today, karma was lurking in the shadows of the food court, sipping a slushie and waiting to pounce. As she strutted toward her minivan, keys jingling like tiny victory bells, a firm voice shattered her bubble. "Ma'am, stop right there." It was Officer Ramirez, a no-nonsense cop with a badge that gleamed under the noon sun. His partner, Officer Jenkins, flanked him, their boots thudding against the pavement in sync. Brenda froze for a split second, her mind whirring like a faulty blender. Theft? Her? Impossible. She was just testing the products. Yeah. That's it. She spun around, her face twisting into that classic Karen snarl, the one that could curdle milk. "Excuse me. Do you know who I am?" she barked, her voice echoing off the parked cars like a bad echo in a canyon. The air thickened with tension, the faint hum of distant traffic mixing with her rising pitch. Officer Ramirez sighed deeply, the kind of sigh that said he'd seen this rodeo before. "Ma'am, we've got you on camera. Hand over the items. And let's make this easy." Easy? Brenda's blood boiled. How dare they accuse her? A pillar of the community, back in her neighborhood. She ruled the HOA meetings with an iron fist, fining folks for overgrown hedges or unauthorized bird feeders. But here, in this vast parking lot dotted with palm trees swaying lazily in the breeze, she felt exposed, vulnerable. A twist of panic gripped her chest. What if her perfect image crumbled? No. She couldn't let that happen. "This is outrageous. I demand to speak to your manager," she yelped, her words slicing through the air like a whip. Officer Jenkins chuckled softly, a low rumble that only fueled her fire. "Lady, we're the law, not retail. Now, put your hands behind your back." But Brenda wasn't having it. She clutched her purse tighter, the stolen goods shifting inside with a soft clink that betrayed her. The smell of hot asphalt rose up, mixing with her floral perfume, creating a nauseating cocktail. Her mind raced. Run? Fight? Deny everything? Oh! The drama! In a flash, she bolted, or tried to. Her heels clicked frantically against the ground. But Ramirez was quicker, grabbing her arm with a grip like steel. "You're under arrest for shoplifting," he grunted, wrestling her toward the cruiser. Brenda thrashed like a wildcat, her free hand flailing, nails scratching at the air. "Let go. This is assault. I'll sue you all," she screamed, her voice cracking with raw emotion. Bystanders gathered, phones out, capturing every twist and turn. One woman, Emily, a young mom with a stroller, whispered to her friend, "Is this for real? She's losing it." The struggle intensified, Brenda's breaths coming in heavy gasps, punctuated by sobs that weren't quite genuine. She kicked at Jenkins' shin, missing but sending a jolt of pain up her own leg. Ouch! Why was reality so harsh? In her head, she was the victim, the misunderstood hero fighting against an unjust system. But the handcuffs clicked shut with a cold, metallic snap, echoing her defeat. "You can't do this. I have rights," she wailed, tears streaking her mascara like black rivers down her cheeks. As they dragged her toward the squad car, the doors gleaming white under the relentless sun, Brenda's denial hit peak absurdity. "I'm resigning from this nonsense. This isn't happening," she declared. As if words could rewrite the script. The officers exchanged glances. Stifling laughs. Ramirez muttered, "Ma'am, you can't resign from reality." But Brenda doubled down, her voice rising to a fever pitch. "Watch me. I refuse to participate in this charade." The crowd murmured. A symphony of gasps and giggles. Emily zoomed in on her phone, the video already going viral in her mind. Did she just say that? Unbelievable. The air buzzed with the click of cameras, the faint scent of popcorn from the mall wafting over, mocking Brenda's predicament. She felt the weight of eyes on her, judging, laughing. Twist, little did she know, one of those bystanders was her neighbor, Mr. Thompson, whom she'd fined last week for his unsightly mailbox. He smirked, pulling out his own phone. Payback time. Inside the cruiser, Brenda slumped against the seat, the vinyl sticking to her sweaty skin. The engine roared to life, a deep growl that drowned her protests. "This is all a mistake. You'll see, my lawyer will destroy you." But deep down, a flicker of doubt crept in, cold and unwelcome. What if this was the end of her reign? The drive to the station blurred by, strip malls and billboards whipping past like accusations. At the precinct, the booking process was a nightmare. Fluorescent lights buzzed overhead, harsh and unforgiving, casting shadows that danced mockingly. Brenda's fingerprints stained the ink pad, her mugshot capturing that defiant glare. "Smile," the officer quipped. But her lips twisted into a grimace. Sigh. How had it come to this? She paced the holding cell, the clang of bars echoing her frustration. "I can't believe this. Why me?" Hours ticked by, each one heavier than the last. Her phone, confiscated, buzzed with missed calls from her HOA cronies, probably wondering why she missed the emergency meeting about holiday decorations. Twist again, turns out. The boutique she'd targeted belonged to a chain owned by a former neighbor she'd bullied out of the community. Coincidence? Or sweet karma? When bail was posted by her reluctant husband, Tom, Brenda emerged into the evening dusk. The sky painted in oranges and pinks that felt ironically beautiful. But freedom tasted bitter. News of her arrest spread like wildfire online. Hashtags like Karen Meltdown trending. Comments flooded in, finally. "Justice. What a hypocrite." She scrolled through them at home, the glow of her screen illuminating her tear-streaked face. A deep sigh escaped her lips, heavy with regret. But Brenda wasn't done fighting. No. She geared up for court, hiring a slick lawyer who promised victory. "We'll paint you as the victim," he said. But even he rolled his eyes at her tales. The trial was a circus. Witnesses recounting her entitlement with vivid detail. Emily testified, video in hand. The courtroom erupting in muffled laughter as Brenda's screams played back. "Objection!" Brenda's lawyer shouted. But the judge, a stern woman with zero tolerance for nonsense, banged her gavel. Boom. Overruled. As evidence mounted, the security footage crystal clear, showing Brenda's deliberate sleight of hand, the walls closed in. She fidgeted in her seat, the wooden chair creaking under her shifting weight. The prosecutor's voice boomed. "This isn't just theft, it's a pattern of arrogance." Brenda's heart pounded. A drumbeat of doom. Could she really escape this? In a desperate twist, Brenda took the stand, her voice quivering with feigned innocence. I was distracted. It was an accident. But the jury wasn't buying it. Whispers rippled through the room, the air thick with anticipation. The verdict came swift, guilty. Sentencing. Community service, irony of ironies. Cleaning up the very mall she'd pilfered from. Brenda's world shattered. Back home, neighbors shunned her. HOA presidency revoked in a heated vote. Tom packed his bags, muttering about needing space from her drama. Alone in her once perfect house. The silence deafening. Brenda stared at the mirror. Who was this woman? A sigh, deeper than before, filled the room. But here's the high note. Folks, the climax that turns bitterness into lesson. As Brenda scrubbed graffiti off mall walls, sweat dripping under the sun, she crossed paths with Emily again. Why record me? Brenda asked. Voice soft for once. Emily paused, mop in hand. Because actions have consequences. Maybe next time. Think twice. That moment sparked something. Brenda volunteered more. Not just for court orders, but genuinely. She rebuilt bridges, apologized to neighbors, even hosted a block party without complaints. Karma had quivered, but redemption followed. And the message? Entitlement crumbles under truth's weight. Justice isn't just punishment, it's a chance to grow. So next time you feel that urge to resign from reality, remember Brenda, face it head on. And you might just emerge stronger. What a wild ride. Right?